Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Dee and today we're going to be making this simple daisy bralette over here. This is quite similar to my previous tutorial, but we're going to be using a different stitch. So let's get started. So you're going to need a 3.5mm hook, a pair of scissors, a tape measure, and 3 colors of your choice. This is the cup that we're going to be making. It's a triangle. When you measure it across, it goes all the way to 10 inches. And when you take the measurement from one corner to the other, it goes up to 11 inches. So for my second cup, I wanted to start with a different color. And this is the color that I'm going to start with. I'm going to be doubling the 2 strands to achieve a medium white. So any medium white yarn will do for this project. We're going to start with a magic ring or a magic circle. Insert your hook and pull up a loop. And you're going to chain up 3. The chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And then you're going to make 11 double crochets all into the circle. So the chain 3 is going to count as your first double crochet. So make 11 more to make it to 12. So all I'm saying is that you should be having 12 double crochets all into the circle. After your 12 double crochets, you're going to pull the strand to close the ring, and then you're going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3, the chain that we started with. So slip stitch. If you're changing color like me, you're going to chain 1 and cut the yarn off and attach your new color. You're going to make a slip knot with your new color, and you're going to attach it in one of the spaces. So we're working between the double crochets, between the double crochet spaces. So attach your yarn, chain 1 to secure it, and then you're going to chain 3. Then you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over again, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You'll have 3 loops left on your hook this time, pull through all and chain 2, yarn over into the next space, insert your hook, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over again, insert your hook into the same space, pull up a loop and pull through 2. You'll have 3 loops on your hook this time, yarn over, insert your hook into the same space, pull through 2. This time you're going to have 4 loops on your hook, and you're going to pull through all, chain 2, and you're going to repeat that across, making 3 double crochets together. I'm ending my row now, and I'm going to make a slip stitch on top of the third chain. So far this is what you should have, and at the end of this round you should be having 12 clusters. That's how it looks. I'm now going to attach my third color, which is blue here. Going to make a slip knot. And attach it anywhere. You can attach it anywhere there is a chain to space. So attach your yarn, chain 1 to secure it, chain 3, and then you're going to make 2 more double crochets into that space. So in total you'll be having 3 double crochets, including the chain 3 that we started with for this row. Chain 1, skip the next cluster and make 3 double crochets into the chain 2 space. Chain 1, skip 1 cluster and make 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space, like that. So now we're going to make our first corner. Okay, there you're supposed to chain 1, guys. It skipped my mind and I didn't chain 1, but you're supposed to do so. So you're going to make 3 trebles into that chain 2 space, chain 2, yarn over twice, and make the last 3 trebles all into the same space. Like that. There you have your first corner. Chain 1, skip 1 cluster and make 3 double crochets into the same space. Chain 1, skip the next cluster and make 3 double crochets. Chain 1, make a cluster in the next chain 2 space. So I'm going to chain 1 and make my second corner here. Yarn over twice and make 3 trebles all into the same space. Chain 2 and make 3 more trebles into the same space. And that marks the end of your second corner. Okay, it should look like that. Chain 1, make 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. Chain 1, make 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. Chain 1, make 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. And now we need to make our third corner here. So chain 1, yarn over twice, and make 3 trebles into that chain 2 space. Chain 2 and make 3 more trebles into the same space. Chain 1, and you're going to slip stitch on top of the chain 3. Like that. For our next row, we're going to repeat row 3. To start our next row, we're going to make slip stitches until we get to the chain 1 space. Like that. And then you're going to chain up 3. And you're going to make 2 more double crochets into that same space. Chain 1. Make a cluster in the chain 1 space. That is 3 double crochets. Chain 1. Make 3 double crochets into the next chain 1 space. Then you're going to chain 1, yarn over twice, and you're going to make our first corner. So you're going to make 3 trebles all into that same space. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 more trebles into the same space. Chain 1, and you're going to make 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, make 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space. And then you're going to repeat that until you get to the next corner. Then you're going to chain 1, yarn over twice, and make 3 trebles into the chain 2 space. Chain 2, 3 more trebles all into the same space. So you're going to do the same thing we did on the other side for this side of our triangle, making 3 double crochets into each and every chain 1 space here, and making a corner in the chain 2 spaces. So now we're going to make our next corner. Yarn over twice, make 3 trebles into the chain 2 space, chain 2, and make 3 more trebles into that same space. Chain 1 and make 3 double crochets into the chain 1 space to complete the row. Chain 1 and slip stitch in the chain 3 that we started with. Alright, so you're going to make slip stitches until you get to the chain 1 space, and then you're going to repeat the 2 rows we just completed, row 3 and 4, for the next 3 rows. Okay, so you're going to repeat this for the next 3 rows, and then I'll meet you back and show you what to do. Alright, I'm back and I just completed my 3 rows with my blue color. So you're going to cut off this color and we're going to attach our white color again. So you're going to pull through here and pull tight so it don't come out. So our next row is pretty simple as well, but it's a bit different. So you're going to make a slip knot and you're going to attach your yarn on one of the corners, and then you're going to chain 1 to secure it. Then you're going to chain up 3, make 2 double crochets into that same space, chain 2, 2 more double crochets all into the same space. Please excuse the lighting here. So if you haven't noticed, we've changed on the corners. We're now making double crochets instead of trebles. So now we're done with that. You're going to pull it a little bit and make a double crochet on top of the next 3 trebles, like that. And when you get to the chain 1 space, we are going to work into the treble that's underneath that chain 1 space. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the treble right here, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and you're going to pull it up to the same level as the double crochets, and then make a double crochet. Next, you're going to make a double crochet on top of the next double crochet, a double crochet on top of the next double crochet, and repeat that until you get to the next chain one space. So here we're going to repeat what we did earlier. You're going to yarn over and make that elongated double crochet. I hope that's the right word to use for this. But yeah, it's pretty simple. You can watch the video again if you don't understand it. Make 3 double crochets on top of the next 3 stitches. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to insert your hook in the 3rd stitch of your previous row and make a double crochet. And then you're going to make 3 doubles on top of the next 3 double crochets. And then here you're going to repeat the same thing. Insert your hook into the 3rd stitch, the stitch that's in the middle. In the middle of your 3 double crochets. And once you're done with that, do the normal double crochets on top of the next 3 stitches. And you're going to be making that long double crochet every time you get to the chain one space. Okay, so repeat this and I'll meet you at the corner. Alright, so once you get to the chain 2 space, you're going to make 3 double crochets. Make 3 doubles. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets in the same space. Alright, so you're just going to be doing the same thing we just did with the white colors, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. Just repeat the same thing we're doing for this row until you get to the end. When you get to the end, you're going to slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain, like that. And then you're going to chain up 3 and make 1 double crochet on top of the next 2 stitches. Then you're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets all in the same space. Then you're going to make 3 double crochets on top of the next 3 stitches. Like that. And then you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and make 3 double crochets on top of the next 3 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3. Then chain 1, skip 1, and make 3 double crochets on top of the next 3 stitches. And for this row, that's what you're going to keep repeating. 3 double crochets, chain 1, skip a stitch, 3 more double crochets, like that. When you get to the corners, you make the corner of 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same place. So go ahead and complete that. I'll meet you back at the end of the row. I went ahead and completed my 9th row, and now I'm going to make my 10th one. You're going to make a slip knot and attach it on one of the corners. So this is the corner that's going to go around the neck. You're going to chain 3 and make 2 more double crochets into the same space. Chain 2 and make 3 more double crochets into the same space. And next you're going to make single crochets until you get to the chain 1 space. When you get to the chain space, you're going to yarn over and go to the stitch under the chain and make that long double crochet. Then chain 4, and then you're going to make a slip stitch into that same stitch the chain is coming out of. If you can see it. Make a slip stitch. Then you're going to make single crochets into the next, on top of the next 3 stitches, like that. When you get to the chain 1 space, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into the stitch under the chain that is from the previous row and make that long double crochet. And then you're going to chain 4 and slip stitch into the same stitch the chain is coming out of. Right there. Slip stitch. Then you're going to make 3 single crochet on top of the next 3 stitches. Then when you get to the chain 1 space, you're going to yarn over and go and insert your hook into the double crochet under that chain and make that long double crochet. You already know what to do here, guys. Slip stitch into the same stitch the chain is coming out of, and you're going to repeat this until you get to the next corner, and then I'll show you what to do. So here I am. When you get to the corner, you're going to make the first 3 double crochets, and then you're going to make a chain as long as you want it. I chained 120 here. Chain 120, and I'll meet you back here shortly. And then you're going to count 3 stitches backwards and make a slip stitch into the fourth stitch. Chain up 4, then skip 1, 2, 3, 4, and make a slip stitch into the 5th stitch. And that's what you're going to repeat along the chain. Chain 4, slip stitch into the 5th. So I'm going to let you guys work along the chain, and I'll meet you back at the end of it. Once you get to the end of the chain, you're going to chain 2 and make 2 more double crochets into that same space. And from here you're going to make your picot row until you get to the next corner, and then make your second chain, and then you will work your way up, and I'll meet you. When you get to the end, you're going to make a slip stitch to join and to complete this row. Make a slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain, then chain 1, and you're going to make a single crochet into the same stitch where the chain is coming out of. Right here. That's going to count as your first single crochet, and then you're going to make a single crochet on top of the next 2 stitches, single crochet into the chain 2 space, make 2 single crochets, and then you're going to make 3 single crochet on top of the next 3 stitches, and then you're going to be having 8 single crochet at the end here. Chain 1 and turn, and for this row we're going to be working in the back loops only. So make a single crochet into the back loops of the next 7 stitches. Like that, chain 1 and turn, and repeat that row. Single crochet. So this yarn is quite stretchy. I made a total of 22 rows for this part around the neck. So it depends on you. You may want to make it longer or shorter. So I'm going to repeat those 2 rows. I'm back with my 22 rows of single crochets in the back loops only, and this is how it looks like. You're going to go ahead and make a second piece in the exact same way, and then we're going to join these 2 together, and I think after this you will be done with your work. Well, after you weave in all those strands, you're going to align both sides nicely, and then we're going to join them together. So for this first stitch, I went through both loops and joined like that. And then next I'm going to go through the back loop for both sides with a slip stitch. and I'm going to repeat this across. And there we are, done with the joining, and this is how it looks. If you're still watching with me, guys, thank you so much for watching. And this is how our bralette looks. You're going to identify the right side and the wrong side, and there you're done. I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial, guys. Feel free to let me know what you would like me to make next, and yeah, I'll make the tutorial for you.